Take out their cannons! Oh, damn. Welcome back, Noodles. It's time for a new episode and also a new campaign. So, we're starting off this new series in Empire Total War, playing as the Swedish. Now, this was a recommendation by one of my friends. They wanted me to do a campaign as Sweden, so I am definitely starting off our Empire Total War campaigns as Sweden. We will be playing on hard campaign difficulty and hard battle difficulty, just because that's what I'm most comfortable with. I do not like to play very hard. I'm not trying to like struggle too bad, although it does give a little bit more of a challenge. I feel hard difficulty is good enough for casual me. Thank you for stopping by on the channel. I do hope that you'll enjoy the campaign, and I hope that you will enjoy this series. Sweden dominates Scandinavia and the Baltic, a northern European empire that is the legacy of the incomparable warrior king Gustavus II Adolphus. Even though he died in battle at Lutzen in 1632, the army that he created helped Sweden profit from the seemingly endless religious struggles of the 30 Years' War. The nation emerged from the conflict immeasurably stronger in military terms and able to invade its Baltic neighbors at will. This military power did, however, cost money and Swedish lives. Neither of these commodities are available in abundance, and prudent stewardship has been necessary too. Charles the 11th, however, has left an impressive arsenal in place for his son should he wish to take up the sword, and Charles the 12th has an obsessive interest in soldiering. As the new century dawns, Sweden is a strong, aggressive state surrounded by jealous rivals from whom she has taken territory in the last 100 years. To the east, Russians would like unhindered access to the Baltic, and therefore Western Europe beyond. To the south, Poland-Lithuania wants its lost lands back. To the west, the other Scandinavian nations want independence or an end to Swedish domination of the Baltic. In all these potential threats, however, lurk opportunities for those bold enough to seize the chance. Individually, Sweden's rivals are not quite as threatening as they might appear. Russia is huge, that much is true, but incredibly backwards. There is no reason why the Baltic, as a Swedish Mare Nostrum, cannot become the basis of a new northern Protestant empire. Sweden's armies are the equal of any in Europe, and her navy is not without resources and skill. With a home empire secured, who is to say that an overseas empire cannot be taken and held too? So very interesting. It looks like our victory conditions are to capture and hold 25 regions by the end of the year 1799, including the regions shown: Brandenburg, Ingria, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Karelia, Muscovy, Courland, and Poland. Oh, Courland, I hate them.
Your first priority should be to use your strong standing army and navy to secure territory along the Baltic Sea coast, obstructing hostile Russia in their attempts to gain a cold water port at Ingria. By rights, all the nations of Scandinavia should bend the knee to Swedish power, so expand the boundaries of your territory to include Denmark and Norway, whilst maintaining good diplomatic and trade relations with countries such as Britain and France. With Russia on the offensive, it would also be prudent to court good relations with your enemy's enemy, Ottoman Turkey.
So, here we are. Now, if you've been following my channel for a little bit, you know that I've got a really long Medieval 2 campaign going on right now with Denmark. And I'd love to play Denmark in this, seeing how I might have Danish history or blood in my family. But I have to play the rivals as the Swedes. So we get to play PewDiePie Nation. Now, one thing I want to check is just kind of like see what we got. So we have Sweden here. We have see. Riga, Estonia, and Livonia. There's Courland. We have St. Petersburg, Ingria, and Fort Karelia, which I guess has, okay, some Hakapelita? Hakapelita?
Hakkapelita.
Hakapelita? I don't know. I've read a couple strategies online about what to do, so I'm not coming into this totally blind. But I know I don't want to like make it look like we don't know exactly what we're doing. So in this campaign, I'm not going to show the computer moves. I have that turned off. That way we can bring it a little quicker. I'm also going to be cutting or jump cutting to the start of the turn. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Okay, let's take a look first at one of the most important things, our government. So our monarch, Karl XII. We are a Protestant nation with a pretty sizable population. Not too bad. Our prosperity is rich. And so far, not making too much money. But our upkeep is not, seems to be the greatest thing. So we do have substantial armies. We have trade partners with France and Great Britain. We're at war with nobody, which is cool because sometimes war goes crazy. Now, I like to have the lower class be taxed less, and the nobility I will keep normal because they're nobles. They can pay. But I want to have some good growth going on, so keeping the fact that I want to have these guys making the most of our money, our taxes are coming from the rich. Lower classes will have them at a lower tax rate. We'll go ahead and start it off with that. Let's take a look here at our general stuff. So this should be adequate enough. Looking at what we have here down the treasury, we could possibly have a little bit better guy, but I don't know how these dudes will fare compared to this one. They're about the same rank. We got a very good justice person, so this way this will keep a little bit better when we start conquering and stuff. All right, let's take a look here. We can move our rake. Possibly here. I just want to infiltrate. Whoops. Your agent has successfully completed his mission. Nice. That way we can just keep an eye on them. See what's going on in this area. I don't think we really need to worry about Karelia right now, but we'll see. So from my understanding too, a lot of the times we might be able to get something with Russia here soon, just to kind of keep them off our backs. Now I know we want to upgrade farms, but the way that this game plays is kind of like Rome 2, where you have provinces and stuff. This was the first game, I believe, that had that kind of a gameplay aspect, which carried on into Shogun 2 and some of the others. So you have your capital city, and then you have these little towns that can produce stuff for you. So now one thing too with this game is also the fact that we have to deal with a bunch of dumb raids. So that's gonna be fun. So let's take a look here. So pikemen are never good. I don't like pikemen. Just not worth it. We're going to take everybody out and put them in the army here. And we are also going to see, do we have any other army? Nothing. I'm going to move these guys to block this strait. So that way I don't have to worry about Denmark coming through and trying to mess with me. Let's see. This is the coaching in. We might get rid of that. Probably get rid of the coaching in and put a school here. So we have a school in Uppsala. We're going to go ahead and put them there. And we're going to get them started on. Let's see, that's going to take 4 turns to do canister shot. I think what we'll do I usually like to research one of these first because like this, because it increases our technology rate and allows us to have a better college. So, but it would be a good idea to kind of book it towards unlocking fire by rank. I think what we will do for now, we're going to go ahead and start working towards fire by rank. And then, better yet, I think what we're going to do is go towards, where'd you at? Uppsala. Let's go for this one, actually. Because it increases our, it will increase our research speed, but also we'll be able to upgrade our schools so we can have a better college. Now, here in Karlstad, we are going to disconstruct this. We're going to turn that into a school next turn. And what we will do is turn this into a trading port. Something like that. We're going to either turn, I think we're going to turn this into a trading port, or we're going to turn this into something else. But I don't want it to be a fishing fleet. We at least have quite a few ports, which is really nice. We do have a shipyard back here, which is really good too. So we'll keep this to kind of build navies over here that we can kind of spring out this way. That way it's a little more protected. We might be able to turn this into that too, but we'll see. Now what we need to do, I want to start upgrading some farms, but I know we're going to need roads. So let's get some line infantry to go into this army. We'll move them close just in case some bullcrap starts to happen. And let's take a look at this army. We got some pikemen here. We're going to disband those guys as well. We're also going to move these guys into this army. No need to worry about the fort there. Now, one thing I do know that I kind of hate is the fact that, oh my goodness gracious, we got a lot to do here. We're going to get 2 militia unit just to have like a garrison unit. And we are going to, we're going to definitely have to start building some stuff here at St. Petersburg. Got our general here. We've got, we're going to, I guess we could keep this unit of pikemen. I just trying to save a little bit of money here and there depending on the troops. So we are definitely going to get a barracks built here because we're going to have to watch out. This is going to be a good point to kind of just watch out for what they're going to do. So Courland, I am definitely worried about. I'm going to queue up a militia unit here. Over here we can get 2 of those, so that'll be good. So we'll get 2 into this army. And that way we can get this army moving towards these guys. Hopefully help out. So I'm going to start marching this one this way. I just got to hope these guys don't decide to try and attack St. Petersburg and take it. Because that will suck. To be honest, I'm going to move these guys back into here just in cases. We can march these guys this way, so. Because I kind of want them like on the bridge. 95 Protestantism. Ah. We need to move you over here. We're going to get you into Ingria as soon as possible, or St. Petersburg. Here. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. We'll work on the other one after we get this one built into a school in the next turn. So what we want to do now is get our economic stuff going. We want to build roads and get this mine going. Then we're going to build up our farms. Let's see. Farm 1. You are a farm. You're a farm. You're a farm. You're a farm. Okay. Typically the most boring part of the setup here, but hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more action going soon. So this is just kind of setting everything up and seeing what all we can do. We're out of money now. So now what we want to try and do is get some trade. Let's see if we can get some trade with anybody other than the people that are pissed off with us. So one thing we want to look at. Okay, it looks like we can't do any other trade. We definitely can't trade with Denmark, and we're not going to trade with Courland because they don't like us anyway. But yeah, looks like we can't trade. Never mind then. Guess we can look at that next, but we are friendly with them though. Let's see if we can get... I wonder if we can get canister shot from them. No. That was worth a shot. All right. I think this is all we can really do for the moment. We've got things recruiting. We've got things being built. And I think we will be fine into the next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and end the turn here, and then we'll meet at the start. Okay, start of the turn here. So your agent has successfully completed their mission. That's good. We actually want to... Where'd he go? He's over here. I want to move him towards Moscow. Hello. Huh. We infiltrated their army. So they got the prince here, some cavalry, Cossacks, not too much to worry about. Continue our move over here. Almost. And we will continue our march over here towards Courland. And we're gonna keep getting some of these guys. Because to be honest, we're gonna try and take Courland out before they become even more of a problem. In the meantime, we're also going to have, hopefully, launch a two-prong attack against our buddies up north here. So we're going to start moving these guys towards Norway. Whoops. Hee. Recruitment report. Got all of our troops going here. Farms going. War declared between Poland and Austria. Nice. And a war has been declared between Austria and Prussia. So United Provinces, Spain. So the Dutch and the Spanish are going after it. And the Julian calendar. Very, very nice. Okay. So we have our troops here, or our ships here. They don't have much, so I'm hoping we'll be able to outclass them. We'll see what happens, though. Over here, though, we're going to put a trading port. And right here, since we do have a navy right here, I kind of want to spend some money on getting some trade stuff made. I'm gonna start getting a trade ship built just because I think it would be beneficial to us. Over here, though, we're gonna go ahead and get some more of these guys made, because I'm sure we're gonna need that once we go to war with them. Okay, so it looks like we are good on that other front, so we'll definitely make sure that we get what we need made. Can't recruit anything else. I was hoping to recruit another militia unit, but that's fine. We at least have these guys here. We're going to use this army to combine with this army to take on these guys, so I'm just hoping that it works. with that being said, we still have the Navy here blocking that area. We're going to try and do kind of a rush attack against Norway to take out the rest of these guys. So we're going to go ahead and end the turn here. Hey, looks like we got some diplomacy stuff. Okay. So Russia is offering trade agreement, a military alliance, but they want us to give their region of Estonia and all that. I don't really wish to do that. Let's do a counter offer. Let's take this off. And I'll get, oh, we don't have any technology to give. What about just this? All right. I'm not taking any of their land, and I don't want it to give any of ours. So not happening. Well, that was unsuccessful. I didn't want to give any land up, and I didn't want to take any land from them either. So, oh well. Start of the turn here. Let's see. This is turn 3, I believe. All right, got a mistress, I guess. Got our recruitment report, so our basic roads. Now, we're about to launch a 2-prong attack for the most part. I need to get more recruitment here, so we're going to get another 3 of these guys ready to go. I'm just wondering here. Their ships are still the same, so they haven't recruited anybody new, which is good. I don't wish them to do so. And now we have this army here, which we can use to invade Courland. So they now have a little bit more people than I would have liked by now, but I think we're going to be okay. What I'm going to do is leave the pikemen here as a garrison troop, and we're going to combine the rest of everybody with this army. So everybody but the pikemen. And then we're going to put him in there. Now, one thing I did forget to do in the other turn was turn this into a school. But since we are going to attack these areas right now, and I don't have enough money to do the school at the moment, we're going to sacrifice that for the first couple turns, and then we're going to attack the school and do it that way. So that's what we're about to do. Okay, so I personally hate the siege battles in this game. Now, Total War in itself, the siege battles can be kind of a hit or miss. In Rome, they're all right. Medieval 2, they're all right. Although the pathing are always ridiculous. In this game, however, our beloved Empire Total War, the AI is outstandingly dumb and impressively dumb at the same time, in my opinion. So this is going to be kind of fun, but not fun at the same time because of how dumb the AI is. So we're going to see how this goes, and hopefully we will have just enough to be able to beat them into submission. So we're declaring war against them. We have no allies to call, and we are now going to be at war with Poland. So, and we have our army here. That's funny enough, we have reinforcements of the pikemen coming, so that's hilarious. We do have to deal with their armed citizenry, which is our mob forces, but they're not really that bad. Now they do, if they all gang up, they can get kind of annoying. So we're going to demand a surrender. Surrender refused, so we are going to assault. And we're going to get our first battle of the campaign underway with the Battle of Courland, and see if we can pull them under Swedish rule. Okay, time to get the first battle of the campaign underway with the Battle of Courland, to see if we can bring them under Swedish rule. So, a couple things we can do. Definitely, we're going to have to eliminate their army. And then I think if we capture the buildings, that'll help us win as well. So we shall see how this will go. I'm not exactly sure where they're at. I just know that they're going to be around. We're going to mount our cannons, though, in a good spot that we can see and fire well upon. So Oh, it's so great to be able to have a more modern camera. Given that I have been playing Medieval 2, the camera on that, not so great. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I want to get our line infantry. We're gonna bring them right here. And we're gonna move them back a little bit. Actually, we'll keep them forward. What I'll use the militia troop as, what I usually use the militia troop as, are reinforcements, but also for skirmishing. Because they are technically a light infantry troop compared to our heavy infantry, which is our line infantry, the main backbone of our army. I usually keep the general beside or behind the cannons because I like to keep him out of harm's way, because in this game and some of the other ones, generals are fairly made out of China. They are made out of porcelain. They break easy. All right, let's get this battle underway. So these guys here, we got them on, let's see, fire at will, I believe. Yes, fire at will. I would love to have canister shot because it would be great to have and use, but sadly we don't. They have their fire locked people. Now the great thing is they don't have a fort here in Courland, so if they had a fort, we'd be having to do a fort battle. Luckily, we don't have to do that, so. What we're going to do is kind of target some stuff. I guess we can target some of the buildings and do some damage. We'll get them a little closer before we do our own maneuvers. And there goes that building. All right, they are coming in hot. I'm just hoping that these guys, because they seem to be hitting that. I wish I could get them closer, but these early cannons just don't do it for us. All right, we have our aligned infantry. All right, boys, fire! Works for me. Hot damn. Now we are going to turn fire at will off for the cannons because a lot of the times they do fire at will, it never works out right for me. So we are going to demolish this house. And they are starting to move in, but I've got to think about how they're going to attack. So let's see. Light horse group, and then we have our horse regiment, which is also kind of a light horse group. See, I'm hoping that these guys don't fire on each other, because I've had some cannons break that way before. Alright, they are going to be moving in, so we're going to focus our cannon fire on them. And we are going to move these guys right here to cover the back. Come, boys, come! They don't have square formations, so as far as going against cavalry with that, kind of sucks right now. I've got to kind of make my own formations here. They are definitely going to be coming from the east here, though. Or, sorry, the west. I don't know my directions. Never eat soggy waffles. Or never eat sour watermelon, however you want to do it. Come on, boys. Pay attention. We are going to get these boys lined up here. And these boys lined up here. Now we're doing a 2-line instead of a 3-line because it is the quickest way for our boys to get their fire off and still be fast. If you do a 3-line without fire by rank, it just takes a little longer for their reload because the way they'll do it is fire in the first line. I think they go into the back so the next person shoots. So doing a double line allows them to fire a lot quicker and a larger line for their volley. So there's pikemen coming through. So I'm going to bring these militia troop right here. See if I can get these boys to do what they need to do. And then we're going to use these light horsemen. We're going to bring them over here. And we're going to bring these other horsemen around here. Kind of take them out, so. That definitely worked. Uh-oh. Stop these pikemen from coming through. And we're going to get these guys to attack them. Continue our attack on these guys. Get them to kind of run the other way. And we'll get these boys in melee to attack them. Our troops here aren't doing the greatest, but they're holding off. We'll put them in melee mode so that they do their thing. And we'll send these boys in to attack. Send in these guys to attack these cavalrymen. We can kind of pinpoint their general. I think we'll be okay. We'll use our general to attack these boys. See what I mean? Like I already destroyed one of my cannon guys. Look at that. Because these boys want to fire on them instead. We can use these guys to attack. We'll use our boys here to form up another line. So what we'll do is line them up like this. That should be good. Turn melee mode off for everybody. Provincial cavalry not doing so hot. Oh, never mind. That was the Hakapilita or whatever. I can't pronounce words. Alright, these pikemen, we're going to attack these boys. Come on, boys. Form the line. Move them in. See if I can get these guys to attack the general bodyguard. boys are going to keep attacking them just to kind of eliminate as many troops as possible. All right, the enemy general is dead. Which is what we want, because that's what's going to help us to attack the rest of everybody, get their morale down, that kind of thing. So, all right, we do have the Swedish pikemen here now. We're going to use them to go after their artillery, so. All right, we can focus on these guys now. And I believe we have won the battle. Get the cannons to stop firing. I think we're okay. Idle, idle, okay, good. Our general down here to the south. Very nice, very nice. A gentleman victory as we like it. Let's kind of check on our boys here. Didn't get much close-ups, but that was because there was just so much going on. I had to make sure I was paying attention, so we'll get some close-ups with the pikemen on this one. Take out their cannons! Oh, damn. Stay strong, boys. Stay strong. For Sweden. Destroy them. Destroy the Danish dogs. Or wait, the Courland dogs. We're not against them yet. That's the next battle. Look at that. I think that's pretty much everybody routed. Are these guys tired? Oh, they're very tired. Okay. We'll back them up. These guys are eager and fresh. I'm going to actually have them just take this house. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. These guys are now routing. They're routing. Yep, that's it. A heroic victory. We have deployed 885 men. We lost 300. They deployed 1032, and they lost 1032. So none remaining. Courland is ours. And I don't have to worry about Courland and their stupid armies coming after me. So perfect, perfect, perfect. Now Courland is destroyed. We might be able to sue for peace with Poland in the next turn, so we'll see what's up. Because they are at war. I don't think they want to stay at war with us while they're also at war with the other guys. So we'll look at that in the next turn to see what they would want to do. So, and then we'll go ahead and march into Denmark with this army. We will declare war. And we'll get to them in the next turn. So, we got these guys recruiting. And I think for at least the first few turns, not bad. We've got 3 out of 9 of the areas we need to have. Ingria and Sweden and Courland now. Next would be Poland, Muscovy, Karelia, Denmark, Norway, Brandenburg, which Norway we're going after right now. And then we'll get Denmark, which is Copenhagen, soon. The first places we're going to be eliminating is Denmark. We will have to make a move into Iceland over here in Reykjavik to try and take the rest of Denmark out. That will be a feat in itself. But I think for a very first episode, not too bad. got our groundwork down. We took over Courland, so we got our first region onto our conquest as Sweden. So thank you so much, Noodles. Thank you, new people that have come and made it to the end. If you did make it to the end, consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate the community that I'm trying to build here. I'd like you to be a part of it and help build it with me. Just building a nice gaming community that everybody can kind of just break away from the modern world and what's going on, just to kind of relax, chill out, and play games. Make sure to join me on streams on Fridays, and I am now going to possibly be streaming Mondays and Wednesdays as well. So be on the lookout for that. That might be in the future. But stay tuned, because we'll have another episode of the Sweden campaign out soon. Toodaloo, Noodles.